Jordan Love plays 2 series, caps off his night with a touchdown pass to Romeo Doubs through coverage. Nice ball. Nice outing for Love. My takeaway is I feel a little bit better. He looks comfortable. He looks poised. Did miss one pass to Luke Musgrave in the first series. Wasn't great, but he rebounded and capped off his night with a touchdown in what was a really fun preseason game overall. Matt Hamilton, your reaction to Jordan Love on Friday is?
Honestly, I didn't see anything that surprised me or swayed me in any direction, more positive or negative. The last time he went into a game for the Packers, he looked super poised. He looked like he belonged there. That was never the question with Jordan Love. It was, can he make the throws? And he did go 7 for 10, not bad, but when you look at it, he averaged 4.7 yards a toss. So he wasn't throwing the ball. He was making the short throws that you would hope somebody in their 4th year of the NFL would be able to make consistently. There was nothing there that I was like, this gives me confidence, but there's nothing that's like, this is scary. Because at least he was making those short, chunking throws. That's going to move the ball down the field. That might find the end zone. It'll at least get us into field goal range before there's that whole, red zone, bend, don't break kind of situation where the field gets shorter and harder. But, there was nothing particular. There's nothing special there that you're like, wow, I should be super confident for the Packers going forward. But I would say you kind of got exactly what we thought Jordan Love was. Poised and confident on the field now. Pretty average. See, nothing super special with the arm. Maybe he's got it, but he hasn't really shown it yet. So for what he's shown me, this is the same Jordan Love. This is the confident Jordan Love who's got command of a football team, but is still new to running a first-team offense.
So you're not happy with the performance?
The problem is I feel like this middle road is what's going to put the Packers in quarterback purgatory longer. If Jordan Love is just fine, which is so far, that's right where I would put him, with potential to be better and with potential to be worse. But right now, I think he's just fine. Just fine's the worst thing you could have as a Packer fan. Because if he's just fine, he gets an extension, maybe 1, maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
That's 2 more years of just fine quarterback play. I'd rather him be really bad.
I'm confused that your takeaway is just fine. Right?
He looked confident in the pocket.
He missed one throw.
He missed he missed one throw. There's obviously 2 other incompletions.
Right.
But none of them, his one pass that was over 10 yards was to the end zone. And is missed to Musgrave. Everything else were just these short dink and doink passes that, let's be real.
I guess I don't know what you want out of a preseason game. He played 2 series.
I would have liked to see him.
You're not getting the whole Jordan Love experience in preseason game 1. I mean, what you wanted in this game
but
was.
That's kind of what I got out of it is what I got from Jordan Love is exactly what I've seen. Does he have room? Is there potential for more? Certainly. But they're obviously not showing their hand right now in the preseason, so I don't think there's a really fair way to say I have more or less confidence in Jordan Love right now. Because this isn't the first offense.
So do you have more opinions on Sean Clifford because he threw 26 passes versus Jordan Love's 7 or whatever it was?
No. Okay. I don't. I mean, if Jordan Love gets hurt, I'm thoroughly confident that our Packers season is in the toilet. We won't win more than 3 games if Sean Clifford's the starter all season. So, I know that for certain that we don't have a competent backup. I think that was confirmed for me.
I like
that he
feel
bounced back after his 2 picks.
He looked good, right? That big pass to Tay Wicks. Made a couple nice plays, a couple interceptions. Ryan Wollersheim is our producer today. Ryan Wollersheim was in Cincinnati on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Wollersheim was at Paycor Stadium from this game in the all 11 or all 22 seats.
The all 11 seats, yes.
Yeah, the all 22 bird's eye view seats. How much did you pay for a ticket?
So I went with my brother and his fiance who live in Cincinnati. His fiance is a Bengals fan. We paid for group tickets. I believe each of them was $73.
Holy smokes, for a preseason game?
Hey, the
You were-
Bengals are a hot ticket now.
That's
They have
fair.
Joe
That's
Burrow
fair.
changed things out there. There's a reason it's Paycor Stadium now because you got to pay to get in.
Hey, more stadium. Hey,
Yeah, there you go. But yes, I did have the all-22 angle, end zone view, and got a perfect view of what the defender saw when he picked off Sean Clifford for a pick six and ran it right back towards our end zone.
boy.
And I'll say this, Sean Clifford, is he a great backup quarterback? Do I think he has the chops to be a starter in the NFL? No, there's probably a reason he was at Penn State for 6 years. But I
Was
think
it only
that,
6?
only 6. Maybe, I mean, he might have a full master's, bachelor's, and associate's degree. Who knows? But I would agree with Matt that if he has to start, it's not going to be good. But you know what it will be? Could be fun and entertaining. Because Sean Clifford was a heck of a ride to watch while at Paycor Stadium.
Yeah, I think it was his play where he eluded his way out of the pocket like a sure tackle and was able to still get the ball away.
Oh, he had a couple. Yeah, he was scrambling around a lot.
He looked pretty good, at least navigating a pocket that collapsed on him, but still very, very raw for a guy who's played 6 seasons in college.
Yes.
But I don't want to get off of Sean Clifford because hopefully we don't see this guy until next preseason. Obviously after the rest of these preseason games. But Jordan Love, I think the biggest takeaway, like when he came in that Packers-Eagles game, is that he looked super poised. He made some really great throws, but I think all of us can agree it was a little bit of garbage time, a little bit of prevent defense. Might have been slightly easier conditions to make some of those kind of shorter throws. But I would love to see like a shot downfield in the preseason. I'm not saying you have to use all your best plays, but let Jordan Love try and get like a 20-yard throw under his belt. Let me see. Show me something that's going to impress me. Because anything under 10 yards doesn't
what
impress me.
preseason's about, right? Like preseason's not about spoiling the playbook.
We're not saying spoil the playbook. You can send a guy on a streak and throw it to him. It's not a special play.
But what if Jordan Love throws a pass up the sidelines, and it's picked off? Because then you're probably sitting here going, "Why are we doing that in a preseason game?"
Now I'm thinking I'm wondering why he got picked. Obviously, there's two ways. Either the receiver wasn't where he needed to be, or you didn't put the ball where it needed to be. And you can kind of make that judgment when it comes. I just want Jordan Love to make some throws that I don't know if he can make. I hope to goodness that we didn't move on from a MVP Super Bowl winning quarterback for a guy who couldn't make these short throws that we're seeing in preseason.
Well, I think
this is not surprising.
You saw 2 passes, right? You had the one up the left sideline to Watson, which fell incomplete, and then you had the one that we keep alluding to over the middle, probably a mid-level pass, right, to Luke Musgrave that he just completely missed, and he was wide open. Those were the 2 long balls. He missed them both. So are you feeling discouraged on Jordan Love after the first preseason game?
Again, I'm not discouraged. I'm definitely not encouraged.
Then you're discouraged.
No, I can be neutral in the same.
No, I'm not asking you to be neutral. This is a black or white question.
Then yes, I'm discouraged. I would like to see something better than I saw prior, and I think it was about the same that I saw prior.
I feel encouraged. I feel encouraged. I saw the poise I wanted to see. I saw the comfortability. Yes, I know he wants those passes back. That's where I'm going, Matt. Wow, amazing. You've done this radio thing a while, haven't you? I'm just setting it up for the fans. 844-770-3776. Are you encouraged or discouraged by Jordan Love's preseason debut on Friday against Cincinnati? We'll throw that up on Twitter at ESPN Madison, at Jim and Matt as well. That'll be our first Iron Jock poll question. Are you feeling encouraged like me?
Take that for that.
Or discouraged like Matt Hamilton, who refuses to believe he's discouraged. Even though everything he's told us in the first 10 minutes of the show point to him feeling worse about Jordan Love than he did on Thursday.
The exact same. That should be an option. Or like, doesn't matter.
I feel as if, though, Matt, you're not listening to the words you're saying. The words you are saying out loud are, I wish I would have seen this. I wish I could have seen that. He didn't do these things right. You objectively do not feel better about anything Jordan Love related since before the preseason game on Friday when you were last on the air.
No, I disagree with you.
So you do feel better, which means you're encouraged.
Not seeing throws is still, that keeps me in the dark. That's still a blind spot. I have no idea if Jordan Love can throw it down the field still. The short passes he made, exactly what he did in Philadelphia, where he looked really good, and exactly what he did in the second half against the Lions 2 years ago. The guy looks poised and can make these dump-off throws, but we don't see a lot of anything down the field, and that's all I needed to see. Maybe one good completion of 15 yards or more to feel like, hey, this guy's got more than just the short throws in his pocket. And he missed 2 of them. So, yeah, I guess I am discouraged. He did what he was doing very well still, but I would like to see him make some improvement. And I don't think there was improvement. I think he's just as good as I remember.
That's called the circle of life, people. We got there.
We got there. He's just as good as I remember. I'm discouraged because I wanted him to be better.
Okay.
How's that?
They are who we thought they
I don't think he's worse.
How much did he play on Saturday against the Patriots at Lambeau Field?
I mean, I still say 0 because we cannot have Sean Clifford start this game. I do not want to risk Jordan Love in the least.
Hold on.
Yes, you heard me straight.
Say that again. You want Jordan Love playing 0, but we can't have Sean Clifford starting this game.
Starting this season. Like starting at any regular game this season.
I follow.
Jordan Love cannot get injured, so he should not play any more preseason games. There's no point. He's the starter no matter what. What are we trying to learn here?
So there's no point in progression. There's no point in development. There's no point in rapport. There's no point.
If you're sending him out for 10 passes, I don't see the point. You can't ask your defense to go full speed for 10 passes in practice where he can get game speed reps. Like, the guy is going to be the starter. Doesn't matter what he does out on the field. He could be amazing, or he could be terrible. He could go 0 for 10. He's starting against Chicago. He can go 10 for 10 for 150 and 3 touchdowns in 2 drives, and he's starting against Chicago. So if it doesn't matter and he's going to be the starter, why have any risk of injury?
I guess
is my main thought.
I guess my question to you is, why did Patrick Mahomes play for the Chiefs? Why did Derek Carr play for the Saints? Right? Like,
no, I get the idea behind reps. And Patrick Mahomes, I don't like compare. It's like kind of doing the Tom Brady comparison. You're comparing like a unicorn. That guy.
I understand that, but Patrick Mahomes played in the preseason. He just won the league MVP. He just won the Super Bowl MVP. Is there a point to him playing in the preseason?
I say no, but if Patrick wants to play, I'm not going to argue him. I'm sure.
So why
Jordan,
are you arguing Jordan Love?
Do you think he's asking to get in there? He probably is.
Of course he is.
Ugh, scares me, man. This is my football team. I don't care if Patrick Mahomes can go out and do whatever he wants. If he wants to go to Whistler next week and go skiing before the opening season starts,
you're gonna let him do it?
God bless him. Go for it. Yeah, for real. Like, it's still their choice. But me personally, if I'm the coach, I'm gonna go up to Jordan Love and say, "Hey, this is your team, no matter what. Do you want to go out on the field with a bunch of guys that are 300 plus pounds that would love to sack you and ensure their spot on their football team?" Because half the guys that aren't sure if they're starters or on those maybes that are going to be playing against Jordan Love, they want to make a name for themselves. You tackle Jordan Love, you better believe the coaches are going to notice it. I just don't think it's worth the risk when we clearly don't have the backup. But on that same note, if Jordan Love gets hurt and God forbid it's a season-ending injury and Sean Clifford's a guy, we're going to have a real crack at May or Caleb Williams. So I guess there's like a silver lining to it. But I would rather know exactly what we have in Jordan Love so we can decide to move forward from him or go on with him. And we're not going to do that unless he plays this season. So this preseason is moot to me. It means nothing.
So you don't want Jordan Love playing anymore?
Preferably not until Chicago.
What say you? 844-770-3776. I don't have an issue with it. I mean, look, I think the preseason is not about figuring out if Jordan Love is a talented scrambler. It is figuring out whether or not he can read when the pocket's collapsing and either A, get rid of the ball or get out of bounds, right? So
yeah.
He shouldn't be touched, and I'm with you on that. He shouldn't be touched in preseason, and God forbid there's a non-contact injury. But I want to see Jordan Love in all 3 of these games, right? You get 2 series in the first game. I would love to see a full quarter, right? And if it's a full quarter this weekend, I don't think he needs to play the third game. But if he's only doing 2 series, then I want 2 series again on the third game. I just want consistency, right, and comfortability, and making sure we're progressing and he's comfortable. Because look, this is something we went to a lot last year too with Aaron Rodgers. Was this pass catching core is so young, and there's just not a lot of rapport between the starting quarterback and the pass catchers. And you might be able to make the case, and you probably can make the case, there's more this year than there was a year ago. But with Jordan Love, every rep matters, right? Like, I'm not looking like Matt is for an 80-yard up the sideline dime to Christian Watson. We've seen flashes of that in practice, which is encouraging. What I am encouraged by is comfortability in the system. What I am encouraged by is poise. What I am encouraged by is building rapport and chemistry with the young pass catchers. That's what I'm encouraged by, and that's why I sit here the Monday after the first preseason game saying, I am encouraged by Jordan Love. Are you encouraged or discouraged? 844-770-3776. Chime in on the poll on X, at ESPN Madison, at Jim and Matt. Boy, that was weird. On X.
Oh.
I
mean, it's what it's called now.
Is it called X? Does anyone still call it X? I mean,
it's still Twitter.com. Like, I'm on my laptop.
You know what's funny is
it's a Sears Tower situation. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I have my Twitter set up through my Gmail account, and whenever I have emails that I get from Twitter saying, like, here's what you missed this week.
Still says Twitter?
No, it says X, and then in parentheses, formerly known as Twitter.
Oh, I like
the
that.
artist formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah. Oh my God.
App formerly known.
Did you see Musk backed out on Zuckerberg for their UFC match?
What?
Did you see that? Yeah.
No, I didn't see
Musk
this.
backed out, and then Musk called Zuckerberg a phony, even though other people on X, were calling him a phony. All right, discouraged or encouraged by Jordan Love. We'll talk more about that next. He's Matt Hamilton. I'm Alex Strouf. It is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. But first, we hear from Jim Rutledge about his friends at Carbon World Health.